Hey girls, welcome to my series on how to unleash your feminine. And today I just wanted to give you a short uh, message on finding your purpose. First of all, thank you so much for following and being a loyal subscriber. The fact that you are here shows me that you find value in what I had to offer, and I hope I don't disappoint you. As I always say, if you continue hanging out with me long enough, I will brainwash you into believing in yourself. We all struggle one way or another, in our lives, and quite often we find ourselves in a place in which we just feel like blah. We don't know exactly. We're not miserable, but we're not exactly feeling like, wow, everything in my life is everything I wanted to be. We feel a little bit lost, or we don't even know what is it that we want, where we're going, what our purpose in life is. There is main questions that we always ask ourselves quite often, especially as we are very, very young and we are trying to discover who we are. And it's questions like who am I? Why am I here? And what is my purpose? And as we grow up, we start to really discover who we are, know what kind of gifts that we have. And unless we have really good guidance from adults or parents, mentors, we might arrive in our place in our lives, in our 30s or in our 40s. For me, it was when I was close to my 40s that we look at our lives and we think, how did I get myself here? This is not where I thought I would be by the time I was 30, 40, 50. And the fact that if we are in a certain place that is not ideal, it doesn't mean that we have to stay there. What is important is what we decide to do from this a moment forward. Um, some people, I'm sure that you have heard the expression that, live life because life is too short. But I recently heard this person in one of the podcasts that I listened to that, on the contrary, life is long, and it's never too late to change our lives and turn things around. I have met some people in my life that by the time they turn 50, they already felt like I'm already old. Well, it's been like 20 years now. They're in their 70s, and, they've been old for 20 years, like acting like old people. And I'm sorry, but I am 52 at this point recording this video, and I feel more alive than ever. And mentally, I'm still like in my 30s, which is great. So it is really age is just a number, and it's really a mental state. So what's the difference from arriving at a place in your life being 40 or 50, and instead of feeling old, or that you wasted your time, or that now it's too late, or you have got yourself too deep into something and don't know how to get yourself out of it, how is that different from being in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and actually being okay with where you are, knowing that you will never arrive. It's always a progress, but you are very fulfilled where you find yourself in this point in your life. And I strongly believe that it comes from, first of all, recognizing that you have accomplished a lot, um, giving yourself credit for where you are in life, everything that you have succeeded and done at this point, and being grateful for everything that we have. I think that is key. Second, it is about finding what is it that really makes us happy, and so that from there we can start actually creating a vision of the future, or where we want to go, what really what is it that we really want in our life, what makes us happy, and more than anything, what is it that makes us significant. Big part of having a purpose driven life um, is discovering our own gifts as humans, as women, and how we can give them to the world, how we can contribute to the world. There's five major human needs that we all have, regardless of gender, race, age, cultural background. And those are the needs that drives us in our lives. And when we recognize and fulfill those five needs, that's how we become fulfilled humans. It is the need for certainty, knowing what we are getting up in the morning and knowing that, for example, we are going to eat or that we are being loved. The need for variety. We get bored of things. That's why we women change our hair and change our clothes. But we need variety, otherwise we get bored. We also have the need for significance. We need to feel that we are important and that we matter. That's why we suffer when we don't feel like we fit in or we belong, or we feel dismissed, or we are cheated on, or we are hurt by other people or partners, or we get fired, or we are not recognized at work, because we need significance. We need to know that we matter, that our life here in this world, in this lifetime, it matters for something. When we fulfill those needs, after that, we have the need for growth and the need for contribution. Let's assume, actually, a very good example is, for example, people who have accomplished a lot of recognition in their lives, like famous people. How many celebrities have died of overdose, for example, or they have left us before their time for whatever reason, depression, suicide, overdose, addictions, etc. And it's because they don't fulfill these two major needs, which is the need for contributing to this world, find their significance, their purpose in life, and continue growing as human beings. If you notice, there's a lot of people, for example, Bill Gates, who is a millionaire. He has everything: recognition, money, wealth, family, even though he recently got divorced, but still, he has everything money can buy. He has accomplished and contributed so much to, the world. So what is he doing now? He's a philanthropist. He is using his wealth to solve key world problems, human problems. And that's what makes him happy. Another great example that I can put out there for you is, for example, Angelina Jolie. Beautiful girl, very famous. He made a lot of money making movies, beautiful children. And what does she do now? She's a philanthropist. She adopted kids, she had her own kids, and she is a spokesperson to the world for things that really, really matter. So my message to you today about finding your purpose is focusing on those two human needs. You need for constant growth as a person. Recognize that you are never going to arrive. If you feel that, oh, I finally have arrived, I can relax now, that it's never going to happen. If you stay in one place, you're just stagnant as water, and stagnant water starts to smell. You need running water to stay clean and fresh and crisp. And yes, you're going to encounter curves and rocks to go around, but that's the only way how water stays fresh. The same for us. We had to continue moving, we had to continue growing. And finally, you had to find a way to contribute to others. We don't have to be Bill Gates, or Mother Teresa, and a great philanthropist and volunteer, but we can contribute to others' lives. Like for me, I find my purpose, my significance in telling you this message right now on how I have done it, how I find things that make me significant. I continue growing, and whenever I have a breakthrough, I use it in order to talk to anyone who wants to listen. I write my blogs, I write my emails, I write my quotes of my social media, because I want to inspire other women to feel good enough and to feel beautiful and confident, and define themselves on their own terms and not other people's opinions. And I found this gift, really by pure chance, and I put it to good use. So every time that I write something that is my own voice, I feel, that I'm fulfilling that part of me, of contributing to other people's lives. So there is something that I am sure you are have a lot of talents and things that make you happy. Find those things. It could be as simple as taking care of members of your family. It could be as writing a book. It could be as helping, your parents find their own home, another career, volunteering. A lot of us find ourselves in a point in our lives, like, well, no particular me, but I have a lot of clients that, they are soon to be empty nesters or become empty nesters, and they start to focus on themselves. That's why they do boudoir sessions, because they want to, like, okay, now I'm going to focus on me. Great. But it's also time to focus in their marriage, because they've been like raising kids for so long, and going, or they're getting to a time in which they're approaching retirement, and now, what am I going to do? A lot of women that I have encountered, they retire from being teachers or military, for example, government jobs, in which when they retire, they're still very young, like not even 60. And that is very young to, like, do nothing for the rest of your life. And that's when we struggle a lot, that what do I do now? And a lot of people, women, they actually come back to work and go and do the same, because without it, they don't find their own identity. So finding our purpose is crucial for us as humans to stay fulfilled and feeling that we are good enough, giving our gifts, our talents, and putting it out there. We don't have to stay in the same place, just evolve. It takes a while to find it. Believe me, it took me close to 20 years to actually discover the boudoir photography. And not so much the boudoir photography, it's just a tool. For me, it was the actual, coaching women and doing all these videos and writing what I write about and writing the books that I'm writing about, that I discover is what, makes me more significant, makes me feel like I'm giving my talents away to the world. So I hope you found this video inspiring for today about finding your purpose, and continue watching this series, and let's see what else I can come up with in the next video. So you have a great day, and thank you so much for watching. Good luck, and talk to you soon.